Hey everybody, oh shit, I just realized that this fucking thing is like, I got a new mic, so that might explain a lot of what's going on here. But yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a balancing act trying to figure out this new mic. But yeah, I'm gonna do a video today, and as you can see, it's going to repeat. Before I start the video, I just have to say a quick word about a fellow FVN reader, I suppose. It's weird to say that because she inspired me to even do this in the first place, but Vivian Jade, her channel, is what inspired me to do this in the first place. In fact, it's what led me discovering Echo and Repeat and all these other games. So, well, until I actually started like going on issue myself and looking it up, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Basically, she's having some trouble right now, and she's having to stop doing her channel as her main thing, which sucks. And I highly doubt she's ever gonna watch this video, but if she does, hey Vivian, I just know that you're a great voice actor and you inspire a lot of people. Really like the channel, your personality, you're a great person. All that jazz. Yeah. Anyway, just get into it. Let's get into it. Where was I? Yeah, obviously December 13th. I've basically completely forgotten what happened. No, I haven't. This is the last day of the first thing. So, get ready for feels. Get ready for feels. A whole day had passed since Cecil left the cafe. I hadn't heard a word from him since he stormed out those attic doors. The dozens of messages I sent were either left unread or ignored. Jen and I spent hours searching for him throughout the city, from the cabin in Bradley Woods to the old alleyways his used to frequent. He clearly did not want to be found. I spent the last sleepless night staring blankly at my ceiling, a blanket of dread weighing over me. Where the hell did he go? I nearly jumped out of my skin when my phone suddenly buzzed with a new message. Hey Alex, you mind printing these for me? Grab them up from you in front of Granny in the morning. Thanks. I'm not looking forward to this. I remember this update vividly. I remember playing this update vividly when it first came out. I remember this vividly. I stared at the message in disbelief. Hours of ignoring me, and now he needs stuff printed. Scroll down, open the file attached to the message. It's a copy of Cecil's resume. Herschel's Cafe was noticeably absent from the work experience section. Was he searching for a new job? Well, Dadoy, congratulations on your amazing deduction, Sherlock. I'm so happy we have you. No, I'm gonna turn down my thing on the OBS thing, because with this new mic, it peaks, and I don't want my fucking viewers having their eardrums blown out by my voice, cause yeah, that's not a good thing. That's definitely not a good thing. Holy shit, this music! I need to turn my fucking volume down. Was he searching for a new job? Yes. I quickly sent him a reply. Sure, I'll get these to you tomorrow. You doing okay? Minutes rolled by, but no answer. I sighed and rolled back in our bed and turned to stare into the ceiling. Guess I'll see him in the morning. Silence in my empty bedroom was deafening. Echo. You there? Well, good night. Fucking. The one thing about this game, about this replay of this game for me, doing it for my channel, that I find really interesting, is that I know where all this is going. I know where like the plot twists lead, and by so doing that, I have knowledge that the main character doesn't. And considering the whole theme, like the whole title of the game and the plot twist that's about to happen, that's really appropriate. That's appropriate, I'd say. Me having knowledge that the main character doesn't and having to live through this again, like he's had to live through it who knows how many times. That's really cool. That's really cool the way that Shiro does that. Morning sun shine through the cafe's closed shades. It remained dark and empty throughout these past 2 days. No customers, no business, with pastries slowly going stale behind the display shelves. Oh, for fuck. I don't want to do this silly ass voice when he's having an issue. Considering that they said it was fake, I guess I can just do a different one, because I really don't think he would keep up a fake voice in a situation like this. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think he would. Herschel didn't know how long he sat alone on the cold kitchen floor. Hours, days. He hugged his legs closely as the hours ticked by, his whole body heavy in a melancholic daze. He knew he needed to get up. Herschel had a cafe to run, meals to eat, a life to live. Still drowning in regret. Something was standing in front of him, staring at him with a wide grin. Herschel didn't care enough to look up. He buried his face into his arms and tried to block out the sound. The remnant leaned in closer, its wide, maniacal grin inches away from Herschel's face. All the regret in the world will make up for your mistakes. You're a black stain on this innocent family. A high-pitched cackle in his head fell back, laughing uncontrollably. Herschel covered his ears and squeezed his eyes shut. No. All I wanted was to make things better. You stole from your sister for a chance to win glory. The money was secondary. Oh, how you loathe living in your prodigy sister's shadow. And so you grasped for the one chance to prove that you were a worthwhile person. Remnant tilted its head. Too bad you destroyed your family in return. I never wanted this. You knew the risk and you took it anyway. Cecil never wants to see you again. If only you would just disappear from his life. Disappear. God, I really, I'm trying to keep consistent with what the VN said, that the Remnant has Alex's voice now. So, I have to do my own voice for the thing, and I don't like that. There's something weird about using your own voice for a character that's evil, you know? Ginny clasped her hands together tightly. She hung her head low as she sat alone on a park bench in the wee hours of the morning. I'm out of time. Ginny sighed and dusted off her lap before standing up. For a smile spread across her face as she tried to keep her head held high. Well, today's the day. She spoke to no one in particular. Vacations are supposed to be relaxing, right? I could use some relaxation nowadays. She hummed quietly to herself as she strolled down the quiet city streets. I miss talking to you, Haley. Wonder what you're doing these days. Well, there. We now have confirmation that Haley is Jenny's wish, as if we didn't already know that. But the fact that she can't see Haley, that's interesting. I stomped out the doors of Grinny with a huff. For such a prestigious school, they sure had some shitty printers. I had to unjam the thing 3 times before it managed to spit out an unmangled version of his resume. I hope Sissel won't get annoyed that I'm late. Hey. Turn around in surprise. Oh, sis, I hope I didn't keep you too long. Mind not calling me sis. Trying to block out some bad thoughts right now. Oh. Well, I've got the prints you asked for. Do these look alright? Thanks. Listen. Sorry for being snappy. I'm just kind of messed up right now, you know. It's fine. I didn't expect you to be perfectly fine at everything that happened. Holding up okay? This is as okay as I'm gonna be. Cicely grabbed his resume copies and flipped through them distractedly. Gonna go around town and drop these off at a few places. Not exactly a fun time, but you wanna come along? Of course, I'm always here if you need me. There's a pause around before walking down the street. Thanks. You deserve someone better, though, not a mess like me. You need to shut the fuck up with the self-loathing. Holy shit. I completely get it. I completely understand why he has these thoughts about himself. But holy shit, it's only gonna make it worse if you keep on keeping on with that bullshit. Good lord. Sissel spent the afternoon going from store to store in the downtown area, greeting people with a forced smile and handing them a copy of his resume. Fuck. It was a rather old-school way of job hunting, but he seemed very familiar with the routine. Tagged along behind him the whole time like a supportive wingman. Supportive smiles and thumbs up, that's all I had to give. Sissel didn't talk much. Besides a group of fire trucks speeding up past the street with sirens screeching, the trip around town was uncomfortably quiet. This is like a fucking nightmare. Where I know something's happening, but I don't know what. Well, I know I know what will happen, but it's the same feeling as being in a nightmare like that, where you know something's going to happen and you're trying to avoid it, but everything you do just leads you further and closer to it. Hug. I think we were all ignoring the elephant in the room as long as we could, but I couldn't stand the silence any longer. So, what are you gonna do about the whole Herschel situation? His face immediately darkened and he turned around to face with a growl of frustration. What about him? Well, I know this might be a prickly subject, but don't you want some closure with him? I want nothing to do with him. Just kicked a nearby pebble into the street. There's just so much shit with Herschel, with me. Want nothing to do with that. I just want to move on with my life. Herschel seems to really regret what he did. She want to try. Doesn't change the fact that this man ruined my life. The child is now a big what could have been, and it pissed me the hell off. Bringing this up, I got a job application to focus on. But panicked voice cut off my train of thought. Jenny rounded the street corner in a frantic dash with a face of absolute terror. She stumbled into us and grabbed onto Sissel's arm as she gasped for breath. Did you guys see the news? Teach, what is it? He thrust her phone into his hand and shattered it wildly to panting breath. The news! Cafe's on the news! Staring at her phone screen. Sure enough, a news report was showing a large group of fire trucks pulling the cafe's familiar parking lot. News reporters spoke rapidly towards the cameras that panned over to reveal the cafes enveloped in a wall of burning orange. The unusual fire resulted in all rescue efforts. The local fire department reports that despite all efforts and the massive amount of water pumped into the scene, the fire refuses to subside in any way. Firefighters are baffled by the flames' unusual behavior. Sis almost dropped the phone in shock. All the anger from earlier melted away into worry as his hand shook against the phone screen. What Did Herschel make it out? This just in, the owner of the cafe is still unaccounted for, and all rescue efforts have remained unsuccessful. Ben was tossed haphazardly back into Ginny's hands. Sissel was already halfway down the street in a panic-stricken dash. Sissel, wait! Turned around towards Ginny, who was still hunched over with exhaustion. Ginny, you okay? I'm telling you, this is like a fucking nightmare, where I know what's happening, I know what will happen, and I can't change a fucking thing about it, and I'm not okay! God fucking damn it, mate. She managed a nod and jammed her finger down the street towards Sissel's retreating figure. Go after Sissel. Sure. You're supposed to do anything stupid. He seems awfully worried. Two of us froze and were cackling up through the air. Brennan was sitting casually on the ground, legs crossed and head tilted inquisitively. Didn't Sissel want to cut Herschel out of his life? Why does he suddenly care about him? Mankind is so curious. Something inside me snapped. Forcefully grabbed him by the throat and dragged him close, my mind seeping with fury. Why the fuck do you keep doing this? Why the fuck do you keep messing with us? Fire, you did this, didn't you? And only grinned and giggled. I surely wanted to disappear. I just gave him a little push. I made this little fire especially for him. Why is it so wrong to give people what they want? Threw the wish onto the pan where it landed nonchalantly like a sack of potatoes. Ignoring its curious gaze, I stormed down the street towards the cafe. Ginny, hurry up! We gotta catch up with Sissel! Ginny nodded weakly and staggered after me. Will you try and save him? This fire is a hungry one. It won't rest until it's had its fill. Fuck! Fuck! Sissel was running like a madman down the streets towards the old cafe. By the time we caught up with him, the air around us was already thick with the smell of smoke and ash. Then they reached the crowd gathered around the fire scene. There was Sissel. He got her way before us. There. Ran up to him and grabbed his shoulder with relief. Sissel, don't run off like that. I thought you were gonna have a panic. I finally caught sight of the fire. My hurry almost completely missed it. Flames roared fiercely against the cafe's walls, spitting like rabid snakes out the broken windows. The glow, the heat, it hurt to simply stand here. My home. There was conflicted venom in his voice as he stared at the destructive scene. Like he wasn't sure whether he was happy or broken by the collapsing walls of the precious cafe he shared with Herschel. Bitter memories reflected off his expression as he glanced toward a group of firefighters attempting to hose down the wall of flames at the cafe's entrance. Water barely tickled the fire before it erupted even more brightly than before. There was definitely something unnatural about this. Herschel is still in there, isn't he? Took a step forward. My eyes wide as I realized what he was thinking. Sissel, wait! There you are! Ginny's voice cracked against her parched throat as she caught up with us, staggering through the crowd. She grabbed Sissel's arm, stopping him. Fire! You can't just charge in there, that's suicide! His eyes were torn as he stared from the fire to Ginny and then to me. I hate him so much. But Herschel's the only family I have left. Can't just leave him like this. The words Sissel made a mad dash through the crowd and line of firefighters, charging straight through the wall of flames at the entrance. This fucking... fire suddenly parted like a curtain, as if allowing Sissel entry into this fiery hell. Kate, you can't go in there! Took a moment to glance at Ginny before turning towards the cafe's burning and collapsing entrance. What the hell? Probably die young anyhow. Our fighters screamed at me as I lunged past them into the fiery curtain of the cafe doors. Like before, the flames parted as I fell into the smoking interior. Fire parted from me, singeing the fur on my arms as I leapt into the smoke and leaving the crowd behind me. Well, looks like this is it. Firefighters almost caught Ginny, but she ducked past them in the cafe with a determined smile. The air was thick with hot smoke and ash. Stumbled through the familiar charcoal doors of the cafe and blindly found my way through the building. This music does not fit this scene. Oh my god, choir music does not fit this. The cafe was looking really bad. Everywhere I looked, the once lively space of the familiar cafe was burnt to an unrecognizable blackened mass. Walls looked like they would buckle under the heat and collapse any moment. I tapped my shoulder and turned around to see the sheepish smile of Ginny. Ginny, you shouldn't be here! Speak for yourself. Come on, let's grab Sis and get out of here. This building looks like it's gonna go under any minute now. Nodded nervously, and the two of us paced deeper into the building. Sissel! Where are you? Making cough echoed through the crumbling kitchen walls. Alex, over here! Ginny and I jumped to the kitchen doors, just narrowly avoiding a column that fell through the ceiling and crushed the entrance behind us. Two of us stared nervously at the massive pile of rubbish blocking our way. We're still at the back entrance. We should still be able to escape if we hurry. Sissel! Ran over to him, as it was struggling to hold up an unconscious Herschel over his shoulder. Looked up in panic, glancing between us and the collapsing edges of the kitchen. Found it! Help me carry him! Fucking God damn it! It was heavy, but the two of us managed all onto his feet. He had turned so ragged in just the past 2 days it was gut-wrenching. So spread a more glance where we're dragging him across the kitchen. All the other kitchen exits collapsed when I came in here, but I'm pretty sure the back entrance is still open. Ginny was ahead of us, pushing debris and fallen tables out of the way, so we struggled to carry her through the rubble. She glanced at the back buckling ceiling with nervous terror and waved us towards the exit. Hurry up, guys, you're running out of time! So I nodded and pushed forward. A terrible crack shook as the ceiling above us abruptly collapsed. The world seemed to move in slow motion as massive slabs of concrete come tumbling down over our heads. Sissel and I gaped, staring upward with terror paralyzing our feet. Heart was hammering against my chest as I tried to break out of the shock. We need to move. We need to move! Move! And he crashed into us from behind, shoving us through the doorway. All the air left my lungs. We fell forward and tumbled into the safety of the hallway. Behind us, blocking the way back into the kitchen, was a massive wall of collapsed concrete. Behind us was Ginny. Sissel let out a scream and rushed back toward the rubble, pounding it uselessly with his fists. Ginny! Ginny! I'm fine. Small breath of relief filled my chest at the sound of Ginny's muffled voice through the wall. It's okay, I jumped back just in time. I answered the wall, my throat tightening painfully. There was no way we could take Ginny out of there in time. Sissel didn't seem to care. He heaved and clawed at the wall with bloodied fingers with feral screams. I'm not leaving you here like this! I'm not! Not worth dying over! Dying anyway, a fire makes no difference! Sissel, you have to go. Help Alex carry Herschel out of here. I'll be fine. No. She won't be. She was right. Grabbed Sissel's shaking shoulder and gave him a pleading look. Sissel, please. We have to get out of here. Sissel stared down at me through gritted teeth and tearful eyes. But there's another resounding crack, so that a part of the building collapsed upon itself. Sissel squeezed his eyes shut before furiously turning around and grabbing Herschel. Tears began carrying him out. Sissel didn't dare look back. He might not be able to leave if he did. I, on the other hand, looked behind with my heart lurching painfully against my chest. There was a small opening in the rubble. Nowhere near big enough for Ginny to escape through. Just big enough to become a window for her last moments. She stared at me ruefully. A sad, annoyed smile spread across her face as her eyes met for the last time. Take care of them for me, will you? I'll see you again soon, Alex. She disappeared as the cafe collapsed into dust behind us. I raged on for hours and hours before it finally subsided. Never saw Ginevra Corliss again. Completely understand why they didn't, do it realistically, but fucking Christ. Fuck. Enjoy your vacation, Jenny. Soon after the fire, Herschel was admitted to the hospital. He woke up a few days after the incident alone in his room. A crumpled letter laid on his bedside. Sissel's bitter handwriting scrawled across the page. A final message addressed to Herschel. Herschel, lost everything. The events of the past few days, I have nothing left tying me down at this awful city anymore. Nothing but awful memories. So I've decided to leave. Hopping on a train and going as far from this city as possible. Hopefully I'll be able to leave this wretched place behind me and start over in a new life. Herschel, tell me, why did you start that fire? Do you really think ending your life would fix anything? That I'd be happy to see you gone? No. Everything just fell apart even further. Lost another person I loved. Make something of your life and do something good with it. Ginny died saving us, saving you. Don't let her down like you did to me. And to Alex, sorry things ended so abruptly and horribly. You were a good friend, maybe more than a friend throughout this whole mess. I'm grateful for the faith and support you've given me. Wish things didn't turn out like this. He stared at a letter that felt like centuries before he folded up and signed in defeat. All that's happened, and it ends like this. The world felt so unreal. Ginny, Sissel. Where did I go wrong? No, don't you fucking dare. You failed. You failed your friend, and then you let her die. A wave of anger washed over me. Glared Haley's phone with disdain. Oh, so now you show up! Are you just here to kick me while I'm down? Tempting, but no. I'm giving you the chance to make things right. Take it. The air itself shattered into pieces as a brilliant light blinded me. Haley gave me a sideways glance with that unreadable expression of hers and walked into the fracture in space. What was going on? Did she want me to follow her? Stared at the bright cracks and gulped. Something about it felt so familiar. With a determined nod, I stepped forward and walked into the light. Oh look, it's a bunch of gears. Zowarado. I'm so sorry. This is not the time for jokes. This face definitely felt familiar. I've been here before, many times in fact. I just couldn't remember it clearly. Suddenly I heard that familiar voice again. It was soft, gentle, patient. I got it all the time in the world. Hello again, Alex. Where am I? What is this place? This is a world of second chances. I was a person filled with many regrets, and when the world collapsed around me, well, I created this place with Haley's help, of course. The chance to go back and do everything over again to save everyone. Would you do it? Staring into deep space and gulped. Chance to make everything better, to make things right again. Of course, I'd do anything to make that happen. Everyone deserved better than this. Almost hear that voice smile softly. And now I give all my second chances to you. Threads will unravel once more, and here lies an opportunity to weave them into happier places. As long as you repeat the same mistakes, you have it in you to set things right, I know it. The ground below me suddenly disappeared. I could feel myself fall into the abyss. I flailed my arms and screamed into this empty clockwork realm. Wait, who are you? You remember eventually. I'll see you again soon, Alex. I remember this absolutely shocking me. Like, I vividly remember being absolutely blown away by this when I first played it. I was falling. An endless surreal world of clockwork mechanisms and little pieces of time swirled past me. Whispers and broken buzzes broken conversations buzz all around me, but I couldn't make any sense of it. Felt like I had been falling for hours. All the while their words echoed in the back of my head. I'll see you again soon, Alex. Face planted right into the cold tiled floor of Herschel's cafe. The room was still spinning in nauseous circles as I flipped onto my back and groaned. I feel like I was just thrown into a washing machine set to heavy cleaning. Holy shit, Alex, you alright? I think his nose is bleeding. Squinted at the ceiling, my vision slowly returned to me. 3 figures throwing varying expressions of concern. Cecil reached down and helped pull me back up on my wobbly feet. Brain still felt like cotton balls as I stared at the bewilderment, a warm river of bread dribbling down my bruised nose. What happened? Dude, I was about to ask you the same thing. You just keeled over all of a sudden and smashed your face on the floor. Just a hand against my forehead worriedly. Feeling alright? Did you get a heat stroke on your way here? No, I'm fine. Just got a little tired all of a sudden. I felt someone smush a handful of napkins against my face. Jenny hovered over me as she gently dabbed at my bloodied nose. That was one hell of a fall, Alex. Passed out all the time, even I don't manage to bash my face this hard. You need any water, kiddo? Maybe you should go down and sit for a while. I stepped and blinked in confusion. Herschel, what are you doing here? Let a hearty laugh. What do you mind? This is Ma Cafe, after all. I blinked. Didn't the cafe burn down? Blinked again and fumbled around the cafe in utter confusion. Well, cafe was intact, like nothing ever happened. Burned down? I mean, there was a small kitchen fire a couple of years ago, but nothing too bad. And Herschel was completely healthy. Not a single scratch or bruise from when I saw him last in his hospital room. What? But isn't this place... I shook my head vigorously and slapped myself in the face. The hell is going on? Dude, are you feeling alright? Maybe I should take you back to the dorm and call it a night. You! Sissel! Yeah, that's my name. Glad we got that part sorted out. But why are you here? I thought you got mad at Herschel and left. So scratched his head awkwardly. Why would I be mad at Boss? I work here, plus he's been helping me out to prepare for the culinary competition for Visitors Day tomorrow. Besides him calling me a sissy all the damn time, there's not much to be mad about. But you just found out that his sister is your... Bruh. Bro, don't fucking drop that. Holy shit. Stop myself in time to see Herschel turn absolutely pale. Sissel doesn't know. But... Wait, Visitors Day? What day is it today? It's August 9th, the day before Visitors Day. Quick glance at my phone confirmed that it was indeed August 9th. A whole 6 days before everything ended in misery. Trouble believing it, but time had reset. Events were now repeating upon themselves. Wait a minute. Was this time the second chance that voice in the Clockwork World was talking about? Chance to make things right? Memories of all the horrible things that happened suddenly washed over me. Since determination builds up in my chest. This wasn't the end, though. There was still a chance to make things right. Could fix everything, make things better. There's no way anyone was happy with how things turned out in the previous timeline. Wink wink. That's a nice fourth wall break there, Shirako, you fucking wanker. Alex, doing okay? Got this really intense look on your face. I roughly grabbed Sissel's shoulders and stared up straight in the eyes. Sissel, listen. Tomorrow, at the competition, you'll do fucking great. Thanks. A little close right now. If anyone messes with you, I'll fucking kick their ass. You got my full support. No saboteur is gonna get anywhere near you. You're gonna fucking win. Sissel's face was tinged with red. Sure. Of course I'm gonna win this. Just you wait and see. The problem with time travel. You don't know what caused him to like you in the first place, and now you're acting all of a sudden like this. When from his perspective, you've just been acting one way, and all of a sudden you're acting a completely different way. Yeah, this is interesting. Also, what does this time travel you mean, considering he was already there? He just popped back into that body? Okay, the mechanics of this time travel system are weird. He will, and I'll make sure of it. There was a lot of work to do if I wanted to guarantee Sissel's brighter future. I spent the next half hour trying to convince Sissel and Herschel that I was, indeed, not going insane. The waning river of blood pouring out of my bruised nose did not help. Two of them all but forced me to lie down and hijack myself until the bleeding stopped. Strangely enough, Ginny did not need much coaxing. She simply nodded with that knowing smile she always wore. It was a little unsettling, to be honest. Even stranger still, she seemed to sense that I wanted to speak with Herschel alone. Sissel continued to fuss over like a mother hen. Ginny pulled him aside. Alrighty, quit smothering him, Sissel. Let's give the guy some space. Just making sure he's not sick. He still looks pretty nauseous. That's just his face, dude. Now I can tell how he looks. Hey, I can hear you guys. Come on, let's go to the kitchen and get him some hot chocolate or something. So Alex feeling steady again, you can help back to his dorm. With that, Ginny grabbed Sissel by the hem of his shirt and dragged him towards the kitchen. Hey, careful with the shirt! It's ripped enough as it is. They gave me a discreet thumbs up as she pushed Sissel into the kitchen. Now there's only me and Herschel in the room. He's still hurting. Jeez. Doesn't make sense. He sat in the booth across from me, as pale as a ghost and deathly nervous. Heavy silence hung in the air as he spent several minutes avoiding my eyes. Sigh, about that weird stuff you blurted out earlier. About my sister. How did you... Held up a hand and Herschel fell silent. Deep breaths, Alex. Deep breaths. I know that you're Sissel's uncle. Herschel swallowed, his knuckles clenched tightly. I know that Sissel's mother is Cecilia Bradley. You stole money from her to fund your trip to the National Culinary Competition, with which caused Cecilia's debtors to kill her and leave Sissel orphaned. How? Don't ask how I know, just that I know. Herschel nodded and swallowed again, his brow heavy with sweat. I darted towards the kitchen where Sissel was still clearly out of earshot. I haven't told Sissel yet. I don't want to throw this bombshell at him right before his competition. But I won't leave the secret alone for long. Sissel deserves to know the truth. Why he grew up alone in the streets, what kind of people his family were. His mother loved him very much. He deserves to know. Looked Herschel straight in the eyes. And you need to tell him yourself or I will. And it won't be pretty. Understood? She took a deep breath and nodded. Alright. Just give me some time. Looked so vulnerable in that moment, his face a mess of emotion. Guilt, shame, anxiety, relief. Reached across the table and gave Herschel a little pat on his shoulder. Listen, Herschel, I still think you're a decent guy, and I'm sure you've been through a lot. But there is no way things can stay the way they are now. I just really care about Sissel. I don't want to hurt him any more than absolutely necessary. And I think you feel the same way. There's a weak smile across Herschel's face. He slowly nodded. You're right about that. I'd do anything to keep the little bugger happy. Turned towards the kitchen where Sissel was with a fond look. You know, Liz made a good choice in friends when he chose you. You got this bite about you now, it's a little scary. Herschel sighed. I'll keep up my end of the deal. I'll tell him everything once this whole mess of a culinary competition is over. But you got to promise to keep Sis safe, alright? He's gonna need someone to lean on. I nodded. Several long minutes of silence followed. Neither of us knew what to say. Finally, I stood up at the side and headed towards the cafe front doors. I think I need some air. Alright, so now we have the entire conceit of the visual novel. You learn to love these characters, then something really bad happens, and then you have to relive it and try and make it better, which, very cliche in present, very cliche in terms of the concept, but the execution of this I really enjoy. Obviously, if I played it as often as I did back in 2018, and I'm playing it again for my channel now, you know I like it. I wouldn't play a game I don't like, as you know from Soul Creek, because, God, I did not like that game. The protagonist was so dumb. I did not like us. Ugh. Whatever. Don't focus on negative shit. The cool night air hit my face like a cold shower. Took a deep breath and sighed. There was so much happening at once, it's a little hard to take in. Door behind me creaked open. Sissel's grabbing you a to-go cup of hot chocolate, so it'll help warm you back to your senses. Jenny slid out of the cafe and slowly approached. Heart gnawed against my chest quietly as I watched her. Last I saw her was her charred corpse and the remains of the collapsed cafe. And now she was standing in front of me again, alive and well. Yeah, when you say it like that, this is actually disturbing. Screw my shit. World just didn't make sense anymore. How you on up, buddy? Just stared at her, unsure what to say. I saw you die. My mouth blurred up before my brain could even catch up. To my surprise, Jenny's expression softened into that sad, knowing smile. She opened her mouth as if to say something, then closed it. After a long moment of hesitation, she spoke. Yeah, I know. Me too. Holy shit! Okay, wow! Holy shit, that's dark. Okay, hello. Literal depiction of suicide, except you don't actually see it. Thank God. You just see the fucking implication, and oh my god, no. Fuck that. We both been given a lot of second chances. Let's do our best this time around, shall we? She turned and walked away, slowly disappearing down the dark streets. Watched my mouth agape. What? Jenny, have you been through all this before? The world suddenly felt very fragile and cruel. Okay, here's my question. How long have they been in this loop? Because they could have been through a lifetime of this by now. Who fucking knows how long this has been going on for, and why it even started to begin with. I sighed yet again, and a familiar shiver down my spine. Just can't catch a break today, can I? Haley's ghostly form appeared behind me, arms crossed with a cold, empty stare. What do you want? And here I thought I'd be nice and comfort you. I suppose not. Since when were you ever nice? I've made attempts, and you've made it very difficult. Haley glanced at me and wrinkled her nose, Jesus. That actually, I'm pretty sure if you pay attention, you know that Haley is named after Halley's Comet. But what is... Because I know that Halley's Comet comes around every once in a while, but I just don't know how often that is. And that's what's really interesting me, because that would be... Like, why is she called Haley when there's a comet? Whatever. Anyway, congratulations on being given a second chance to make everything right. You're welcome. You best take care to use this chance wisely. Are you just... I took a deep breath. Every 75 to 79 years. That's interesting. I wonder when the last time it was around was. When it, like, showed up. I took a deep breath and swallowed my irritation. And as annoyed as I was, it was probably better to stay on her good side. And she even had one. Why are you here, Haley? Why are you helping me? Haley actually paused and contemplated. I was asked to be nicer to you, so here I am, babysitting you again. You're going to need it after your little wish got devoured by that foul remnant. Wait, what do you mean? Time reset and I'm back on August 9th before Echo got devoured. Should be back, right? Haley massaged her temples impatiently. I'm flattered that you think I am such a powerful wish that I can fully reset time without consequences, but sure. Call for your wish. Let's see if he answers. Call for your wish. That's like fucking straight out of JoJo at this point. Just call out your stand, Jotaro. Good lord. Oh, good lord. I gave her an indignant glare before clearing my throat. Echo? Are you there? Echo? Oh. That's... So the last time Halley's Comet showed up was in 86. And the next time is probably going to be in mid-2061. Okay, that's a long fucking time. That's like Oh boy. That's a lot. That's a lot. Oh boy. I'll most likely be 63. If I make it that long. My voice caught in my throat. Come on, man, I know you're still here. He's gone, you daft idiot. Oh, my voice fits perfectly for her. Jesus. You daft idiot, he's gone. Like, God, how more fitting. Haley glanced at my torn face and muttered to herself. I'm certain you're dealing with a lot right now. Plenty of trauma and feelings that you mortals always whine about. But you must stay functional if you want things to work out this time, got it? Ah, yes, just tell him not to work through his trauma. I mean, good grief. She reached over and awkwardly thumbed her hand on my head. Thumped? Okay. Felt like she was attempting to pet an upset but very smelly dog. Oh boy. You suck at comforting people. Haley settled on smacking me across the head instead. Okay then, bitch. Anyway, every time I reset, there's always some spillover. Some people might remember bits and pieces from previous cycles, like Ginny there. Some events may vary drastically. And most importantly, wishes and actions tend to spill over more easily. That includes the remnant devouring your wish and becoming empowered. It's still out there somewhere, hunting you down. Haley groaned and tugged her hair in frustration. I could probably reset that part too if I took us all the way back to August 1st, but chances are that you'll forget everything. So we're stuck here on August 9th. Haley made a vague gesture towards the sky. Here's your second chance, make things right, change the future, etc. Do you have any plans? I certainly hope you know what you're doing. Bringing you back was a massive hassle. Scratched my chin thoughtfully, slowly processing Haley's words. I have some ideas, but I'm gonna need to talk to... To talk? Oh, okay. To talk, totally, that's a fucking sentence. I'm going to need to talk to someone first. Someone more connected to this entire situation. Oh my, who could... Oh, of course, it's this scene. God damn it. Scheisse. Oh my fucking Christ, man. Familiar night scenery of Bradley Woods loomed overhead as I traversed the forest trail. I don't like this scene. I mean, I do, but I don't, you know? Because, things happen in this scene, and I don't like it very much, because Oh, geez, the Nasdaq's going down again. That's bad. That's really bad, actually. Oh, fuck. As if the economy wasn't fucked enough. That's just great. That is just perfection. Perfectione or whatever, I don't fucking know. Oh, for fuck's sake, mate, what the fuck are you doing over here with your nonsense? Your nonsense. Your utter, horrendous nonsense. The place felt much less scary after our little camping night here. I don't know, man. You literally just learned that Sissel's mother fucking died here. How is it not scary, or at least somewhat creepy? Like, I would think that'd be a bit of a fucking, oh shit, I don't like this place anymore moment. The camping trip that didn't happen anymore, I guess. Haley hovered behind me with a skeptical expression. Why are you looking for the old lake witch again? If you're looking for a wish, I have all the strength you need if trouble rears its head. The Black Lady of Bradley Lake has close ties with both Sissel and Herschel. There's a reason for that, by the way. There's a reason for that. She's our best bet in sorting out this mess. Plus, I'm not even sure what our goal is. Haley frowned. You're trying to reconcile your friend and his uncle, are you not? It's just the thing. Herschel did hurt Sissel and his mother in the past, that's a fact. Sissel doesn't really owe him forgiveness. The best we can do is just get the truth out in the open. The whole truth. And nothing but the truth. Okay, I need to stop. I need to fucking stop, mate. I need to fucking stop before I go all memey on you guys or something. Like, I'm not even joking when Alex said, "Where did I go wrong?" I was like thinking about singing the "Where Did I Go Wrong" song for a second there. But no, that's a serious scene. You don't just fucking make a joke out of that. Fuck that shit, mate. Nuh-uh. That's not something you do. From there, we'll just have to let their hearts decide. Oh my god. Friendship, oh my. Haley scratched her head and scowled. You mortals always so complicated. That's true. That's very true. We walked for a few more minutes in silence. Soon we reached the depths of Bradley Woods. As we approached, the dark waters rippled as a large figure slowly rose from the deep. Expecting you. I frowned, puzzled. You have? I wonder how well that picks up. Yes. Okay, it picks up fine. I remember everything. Herschel's cafe burning down. Your friend's death. Sissel running away. And then I felt the pull of an immensely powerful wish that twisted the world's time back to its previous state. But I could feel some scars remain. She pointed a long, skeletal finger at me. You are one of those scars, as am I. You remember as well, do you not? I nodded slowly. Yeah, I do. And I've been wondering, who are you exactly? You're a wish, but who is your wisher? First I thought it was Sissel, since you're so protective of him. But the more I think about it, the less sense it makes. Who are you, truly? Are you an actual ghost to Sissel's mother? Bradley tilted her head, looking a bit hesitant. And she raised one of her thin, skeletal hands from her massive hair and gently placed it on my forehead. Fascinating. Very fascinating. Oh my god, who knew? As she raised one of I placed it on, okay, cool, and then the world went white. That doesn't sound good. Oh, you wanker. You went offline. Of course you fucking did. You're always offline. You're never online, you fucking wanker. Oh, great. Oh, great, that's blood. Uh-huh, I know this scene. The waters of Bradley Lake were stained red. Okay, I almost dropped my phone. Water filled her lungs as she slowly bled out, sinking deeper into the water's depths. Her arms wouldn't move. She wasn't even sure if her legs were present anymore. Holy fucking shit, okay. Bruh, no, you wouldn't be alive if your fucking legs were cut off. I'm sorry, no. There was no more fight left in these bones. Cecilia strained her head towards the surface, squinting through the cloudy water. They say that at the brink of death, one's life flashes before their eyes. Cecilia wonders if she's ever done anything truly worthwhile. All she can see were regrets. She could never be the sister that Ursula needed or the mother that her child deserved. And now she would never have the chance to. What remained of her heart lurched against her chest as she closed her eyes. Cecil, you deserve more than a future steal on my mistakes. I hope you live a happy, fulfilling life, even if I can't be there for you. The world was growing dark and cold. Cecilia could feel the last bit of warmth drained from her. Sleep slowly threatened to pull her under. For what it's worth, I love you. I looked up at Bradley. She looked down at me and gently pressed her hand against her own chest. I am the last dying breath of Cecilia Bradley. Her last words. Her dying wish. She wanted to protect her son and give him a happy, fulfilling life. But I've always felt like a failure of a wish. I am bound to the waters of Bradley Lake, and as he grew older, Cecil was constantly out of my reach. I could never give him the guidance he needed, nor the parental affection he craved. All I could do was watch him suffer from afar. She bowed her head shamefully. Please, I need your help to fulfill my duty as a wish. Dear wish granter, I have failed long enough. I cannot do this alone. Bradley looked so vulnerable in this moment. I smiled softly and gently held her hand. I understand. I love Cecil a whole lot too. You're on my word, I will do everything I can to make this right. I swore I could almost see a grateful smile under that mass of tangled hair. Thank you. Thank you so much. I stared up at her with a determined grin. And I think I have a plan. You think you have a plan? Glared behind me at Haley. Do you mind? Oh, in a moment. Haley shrugged nonchalantly. Oh, right, feelings. I keep forgetting. Doesn't matter either way, I don't fully trust your planning skills. Well, I don't see you coming up with anything. Bradley awkwardly raised her hand like a student in a kindergarten class. I have a plan if you are both willing to listen. Haley and I exchanged surprised glances, but turned towards Bradley and nodded. No more doubts. That's a bit... well... that's it for now. It's currently 3:12, and it is December 28th, 2022. Oh, there's the change thing. There's the change title. Hello. Hello. I love this. This is beautiful. So that was an episode fraught with emotional highs, and I don't know if I did a good job portraying said emotional highs. But if you enjoyed, please leave a like, and again, if you can, if you have any money, please support Vivian. Please go to her Patreon and give her some money, because seriously, she needs it. Just gonna be honest, I don't have any money to give her, but if I did, I'd be giving her money because I like her content a lot and she's a great person. And I really don't like the way that she's. Oh, whatever. I need to stay out of people's lives. But you get the idea. Whatever. I'll see you next time. Bye, fuckers.